Welcome to another explainer. Today, we're diving straight into some fascinating research on how to kickstart a highly effective fitness journey. And get this, you can do it right in your own living room. If you've been putting off your health goals simply because you feel like you just can't fit a grueling workout into your crazy schedule, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get into it. You know the feeling, right? You want to get healthy, you absolutely know you should exercise, but who actually has the time for a gym commute? Plus, maybe you have zero heavy equipment at home, and honestly, zero idea where to even start. Our sources today completely validate this frustration. It is literally the #1 barrier people face. But they also offer a science-backed solution that totally wipes out those excuses. And here is that solution. The core premise across the fitness data we've analyzed is incredibly empowering. Dedicating just 10 to 15 minutes a day is literally all you need to start seeing real cardiovascular and muscular results. Seriously, just 15 minutes. You don't need some perfectly equipped garage gym. You just need a small patch of floor space and the right strategy. So, what exactly is that strategy? Let's jump into section 1, the secret weapon, compound exercises. Okay, so to understand how a mere 15 minutes can possibly be enough, we really need to look at the exercise science that makes short workouts so incredibly effective. And it all boils down to what fitness experts call compound movements. Basically, compound exercises are movements that work multiple muscle groups at the exact same time. Think about a standard bodyweight squat. When you do a squat, you aren't just working one isolated muscle. You're firing up your quadriceps, your glutes, and your calves, all simultaneously. Heck, even your core is engaging just to keep your chest up. To put this into perspective, think about a traditional bicep curl. That's an isolation exercise. It isolates and works just a single muscle. Now, that's totally fine for physical therapy or specific bodybuilding goals, but it is definitely not an efficient use of your time if you only have 15 minutes to spare. On the flip side, compound exercises, like a deadlift or a lunge, recruit massive amounts of muscle fiber across your entire body in one single motion. They elevate your heart rate way faster, they burn more calories, and they build functional strength. If you're short on time, you simply can't afford to waste it on isolation exercises. Moving right along to section 2, the heavy hitters, mastering the burpee. Let's look at our first specific movement and see how this builds into an actual routine. We're starting with the ultimate heavy hitter, the burpee. Love them or hate them, burpees are a metabolically demanding bodyweight exercise that challenges both your muscular strength and your cardiovascular endurance at the same time. So why is it so highly recommended? Well, according to the data, a high-intensity burpee session can burn a massive 15 calories per single minute of work. That's among the highest rates of caloric expenditure for literally any bodyweight exercise out there. Just a quick 10-minute session alone can burn up to 150 calories. But here's the real magic, EPOC. That stands for excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Because the burpee demands so much oxygen and energy, your body actually enters a state where it just keeps burning calories for 24 to 48 hours after your workout ends. So the absolute crucial point here is that you aren't just getting results during those 15 minutes, you are yielding fat-burning results long after you've stopped sweating. To get those kind of results, though, you've got to do it right. Let's break down the exact mechanics. First, stand tall, then squat down and place your hands flat on the floor. From there, jump your feet back so you land in a rigid plank position. Instantly drop into a full push-up, bringing your chest all the way to the floor. Push back up, jump your feet back forward into that squat position, and launch into an explosive vertical jump. Reach your arms fully overhead and make sure you land with soft bent knees to protect your joints. You're basically combining a squat, a plank, a push-up, and a jump into one fluid, highly demanding movement. Now, if that sounds a bit intimidating, don't sweat it. The research emphasizes that you absolutely must establish good form before you worry about speed. So, here are some great modifications for beginners. Instead of jumping your feet back into a plank, simply step them out one at a time. Instead of a full push-up, just drop to your knees. And if you've got sensitive joints, replace that explosive jump at the end with a forceful heel raise coming up onto your toes. You're still getting the full body conditioning benefits without all the high impact. Always remember, one good burpee is worth 10 poorly executed ones. All right, let's look at section 3, core crushers, mountain climbers, and high knees. So once you've mastered the burpee, it's time to target the midsection and push that heart rate even further. We're transitioning into 2 additional high-yield bodyweight exercises that act as intense cardio and core training. First up is the mountain climber. The literature perfectly describes this as a dynamic moving plank. It's a super functional movement that hits your chest, arms, core, and legs all at once, all while keeping your heart rate soaring. Here's how to execute it flawlessly. Start in that raised push-up plank position with your hands directly under your shoulders. Then hop one knee towards your chest. Next, quickly switch legs as if you're running in place horizontally. Crucially, you must keep your hips level. A really common mistake is letting your hips sag, which puts a ton of strain on your lower back, or bouncing up and down on your toes, which totally kills the core engagement. Keep your weight shifted slightly forward and keep that back flat. And what pairs perfectly with a mountain climber? High knees. This is a calisthenic cardio burst that perfectly preps the body for complex activities. Now, it might give you flashbacks to elementary school PE class, but when you execute it correctly, it is a formidable weight-bearing movement. Look at what's actually happening under the hood here. The muscle recruitment is incredibly comprehensive. Your quadriceps and hamstrings are working furiously to provide lower body power and endurance. Your transverse abdominis and obliques, those deep core muscles, are firing to stabilize your torso and maintain your posture. Meanwhile, your calves and glutes are giving you that balance and explosive upward strength. It's essentially a total body workout disguised as a simple running motion. To maximize that cardiovascular burn and protect your lower back, you've got to keep these form fixes in mind. Stand tall with an open chest. Whatever you do, do not hunch over. Actively engage those core muscles before you even start moving. You want to drive each knee up slightly above your waist level. And this is a big one, don't just let your arms hang there. Pump your arms aggressively. Contracting your biceps and triceps through an arm-pumping motion will significantly increase your heart rate and calorie burn. Which brings us to our final part, Section 4, the consistency blueprint. So, we have our heavy-hitting exercises. We know exactly how to execute them efficiently. But to get real, lasting fitness results, we have to look at the holistic lifestyle choices that surround those 15 minutes of effort. And that starts with the number 3, as in 3 liters of water. The experts in our sources highlight the absolute necessity of drinking 2 to 3 liters of water daily. If you're doing these highly metabolic compound exercises, your body absolutely needs hydration to facilitate fat burning and, just as importantly, to drive muscle recovery. You simply cannot out-train chronic dehydration. Let's pull this whole 15-minute lifestyle blueprint together based directly on the source data. First, commit to those 15 to 20 minutes of compound movements. Second, hydrate with 2 to 3 liters of daily water intake. Third, eliminate junk food. You absolutely need to fuel this new metabolic engine with healthy, nutritious eating. And finally, always focus on perfect form before you even start worrying about speed or reps. Just one day of working out isn't going to magically burn off all your fat. It requires comprehensive consistency across all 4 of these areas. I want to leave you with this provocative thought right from our research. One day of exercise won't burn fat. Are you ready to commit 15 minutes every single day to transform your life? We've stripped away the need for a gym commute, heavy equipment, and hours of free time. The science proves that a short, intense burst of compound exercises right in your living room actually works. The only variable left is your commitment. Are you ready to give those 15 minutes a day?